Hi, my name is Mark with FunAir, and today we're going to talk about how to repair a hole that you might get in one of your sealed air products that you purchase from FunAir. When you receive your product, the very first thing you're going to see when you open the box is we have a repair kit that comes with it. There's a black zippered bag, and in that bag you're going to find some blue material and some white material, or if you happen to get different colored games like a gray and a white or a gray and a black or something, you'll find those materials inside of the bag. There's also going to be a tube of glue that's used for gluing the patch onto your product. In addition to these items, you're going to need some basic household items, a pair of scissors to be able to cut a patch to size, some kind of a pen to be able to mark the area that you've got, a flat edge of some type. You can use a squeegee, or maybe you've got an edge of a ruler, just something hard that you can get a nice flat surface on that you can put it down with. And then the last thing you're going to want to get is a disposable paintbrush. And you could buy these for about $1 at any of your home improvement stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, stuff like that. The first part of fixing a leak is identifying where the location of the leak is. So the very first thing you do is look around for the obvious signs. Are there any kind of scratches, any kind of impact areas? Did you drag it across rocks? You know, try and find it. In this instance, we can look around and it's hard to see on the video, but there's a little abrasion down here that we can see where somebody may have kicked this or something may have happened. So what you do is with the soapy solution that we talked about earlier, spray it on there and see if you get any bubbles leaking out of it. Now, I don't know if you can zoom the camera in and see this lightly, but you can see how there's bubbles that are coming right out of this leak. So we obviously have a problem right here. See those bubbles coming out? So something like this, we need to fix that, and we're going to talk about how to do that next. So once you find an area that you suspect may be a leak, if you can't feel anything with your hand, then you're going to want to go ahead and get the soapy solution. And the soapy solution, just put with it with a spray bottle, just spray it on there lightly, and you're going to see there will be bubbles that'll come up out of it. See how there's just a whole string of bubbles coming up right here. And so now we've identified the leak. So now let's go ahead and fix it. Okay, so now it's time to repair the leak. We've already located where it's at. One of the first things you need to do, and we didn't talk about this earlier in the items that you need, but you need to get some denatured alcohol. You can use rubbing alcohol. But basically you need something that's going to go ahead and clean the surface. So in this instance, we're just going to quickly put a little bit of denatured alcohol onto a rag here. And we're going to wipe the area, just all around the area, just to make sure that any kind of oils or plasticizers that may have risen up out of the PVC are cleaned off, so that when you put the glue on, the glue is going to adhere to it. In order to get the best seal on the patch that you put on for your repair, you're going to want to deflate the product to make it flat on the ground so that you have a good solid surface to squeegee the product down onto. Okay, now that you've located the hole, now it's time to go ahead and put the patch on. In order to do that, we've located the hole. It's right in this area right here. So what we're going to do is, if you take any kind of soda bottle or water bottle, you can put that right over the top of the hole, and what you want to do is you want to draw a circle around that. And the reason for drawing the circle is because you want to be able to locate exactly where you put the glue, so you stay inside the lines on the glue. The other thing you want to do is, using the material, go ahead and mark a piece of material, start up in a corner, and mark a piece of material so that you can cut a circle out of the patch. Now what we've done for convenience, and you can barely see super light, I'm just using a regular number 2 pencil, it's a super light circle, but what I've done for convenience and for the videos, we've already cut one of the circles out. Once you've got the patch already marked out, and once you've got the location marked on your inflatable, what you want to do is put the patch right on top of the circle, and then create a reference point right here, which I did already. I created 2 reference points right here, so that when I put the patch on, I can match it up to these reference points, and it's going to be able to land exactly right in that area. And then I'm just marking the hole one more time, a little bit darker so we can see it. Okay, next step. You got the glue that came with your repair kit, and it's sealed on the top here. There's a little pointer inside here. Take that pointer and just poke a hole in the glue, and you'll see it's going to come right out. Put the glue on the back side of the patch. And then with a paintbrush here, you can get these at Home Depot that we talked about earlier. take that glue and spread that glue out. Get a nice even bit of glue all the way over on the patch. Be sure to get all the way out to the edges. Okay, so after you've put the glue on the patch, you want to go ahead and put the glue up onto the inflatable. And so go ahead and apply it into the circle area. Take your brush and work it around within the circle. Okay, so once you've got it in the circle, then, and here's our other patch here, take your hair dryer, just a regular standard hair dryer, and dry it. And you want to dry this until it's really able to be touched by your fingers and you're not feeling any wet at all. It's completely dry. The thing about glue like this is that if it's wet at all, it doesn't stick. So it really needs to be 100% dry. This is still a little bit too wet. This is okay here. And you don't have to put a thick coat of glue on either. Just enough to just cover it. Okay, once you've got that done, then what you're going to do is you're going to find your reference marks. Remember, we put the 2 reference points on here. You're going to go ahead and line up the first one. And then line up the second one. And now once those are lined up, you use your knife here, or whatever you use for a flat edge, and work the patch down so it goes down nice and smooth and flat. Okay, now that we've completed the patch, you can see it's a pretty easy process. One alternative to gluing a patch onto your inflatable is to use an adhesive patch from a product called Tear-Aid. There are 2 different types of Tear-Aid products. There's a type A and a type B. You want to make sure you get the type B, which is made for PVC products. To put a Tear-Aid patch on, and you also want to make sure you follow the instructions inside the box on exactly how to apply it, but to put it on, you basically cut a patch, make sure that you round the corners out because you don't want to have any 90-degree corners on it, and then you'll go ahead and peel it off. There's a little slotted edge on the side that you can kind of get it started. Put it right over the patch. In this instance right here, we have a small little hole right here. You can kind of use your fingers to apply it evenly. Kind of scissor back and forth with your fingers. Get it nice and smooth on there. There you got a really nice patch. Takes about, it's about a 50% adhesion in the first hour, and then it takes about 24 hours to cure. But great product. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Contact us at info@funair.com, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you very much.